After spending nearly a week in northern Thailand, from visiting the highest place in Thailand and exploring the picturesque town of Pai with its mesmerizing green rolling hills and incredible natural beauty, to visiting the iconic temples of Chiang Rai, it was time to move on south to the open seas and crystal clear waters on the sandy beaches of southern Thailand, where we'll go hiking, swimming, and much more. So come along as we see what southern Thailand has in store for us. After taking an overnight bus from Bangkok, I arrived in Phuket quite early in the morning. There were two things that immediately caught my eye in the early hours of my arrival. The first being the beautiful European inspired architecture that this town is known for. Cafes, shops, and other buildings lined up together almost at a similar height and lit up dazzling in light at night. The second thing I noticed is how expensive the city is compared to the northern cities, and the accommodations and food costing nearly 50 to 60% more than what it costs in the north, and sometimes even double. One of the most popular spots to visit in Phuket is the Big Buddha statue, a 45-meter tall white marble statue sitting at a hill few kilometers from the city. You could either take a taxi or tuk-tuk, which will drop you to the entrance of the statue, or you could take the hiking trail from Karon, which I did, which is roughly 1.5 kilometers or so and will take anywhere from half an hour to 45 minutes depending on your pace. Steep. Almost made it seems. Almost. Still going on. Now the trail has merged with the road lanes. The first proper sign of the big Buddha, big white Buddha. Down now successfully. I then visited the nearby Patong Beach, and after faring a rather expensive bus ride, I arrived at Patong Beach, which seemed as if everyone decided to visit the same day, as it was insanely crowded. Rightfully so, as it's the most popular beach in Phuket. After spending some time at the beach and constantly getting held up by ladies outside massage parlors in the market, I decided to walk halfway to my hostel, as if I hadn't walked enough, before calling a grab for rest of the way. The next day, I took a ferry from Phuket to the Phi Phi Island, which takes an hour or so, soaring through the deep blue Andaman Sea. also slows down as it passes through the Maya Bay and the Viking Cave, so you could enjoy the majestic Karst Mountains rising through the sea and clear water surrounding the beaches. Water is so clear here. Slight green and quite clear. The streets on the island are quite narrow and there are no vehicles around, so the only way you could traverse the island is by foot, so it's a good place to burn out those calories. These are the famous long boats of Thailand. After spending some time on the beach just at the backside of my hostel, I went on to one of the 3 viewpoints on the island, Viewpoint 1. This is the pathway to the viewpoint. Then I headed to the nearby Viewpoint 2. Next, I decided to visit the Loh Lana Bay that requires roughly an hour of trekking through the dense forests of the island. With some anxiety and a whole lot of excitement, I ventured on through the forest on my own, which turned out to be quite adventurous. This is a nice downhill hike, but the comeback will be uphill. Completely surrounded by forest. These places look completely abandoned. So this trail splits 3-way, and the right hand side one I had already explored, and it's a dead end. It's just full of empty resorts and nobody is there. So I trace my way back here, and I'm going this way. Let's see if I can go to the bay. Well, that path turned out to be wrong as well, so I had to backtrack my way back to the junction. After an hour of trekking and through 3 different detours, I think I'm almost made it, I think. After almost an hour of wandering through the forest and meeting just one more traveler throughout, I eventually found my way into the town and felt a sigh of relief. I didn't have any trouble on the way back and reached in under an hour just in time for the sunset, or the lack of it, which I saw from the nearby Viewpoint 3. It's raining in town. It was time to leave Phi Phi the next day, so I took a ferry back to Phuket and then a bus to Bangkok, from where I had a flight back to India. It was a wonderful 2 weeks in Thailand, and although it was a bit tiring traveling throughout the country in such a short time, I had a ton of fun exploring each of the places I went to. There is still so much more to do in this beautiful country, so I'm almost certain that I'll visit once again. But yeah, for now, if you've enjoyed this video, make sure to check out my previous videos on Thailand, and I'll see you in the next video in a more familiar place. Till then, bye bye.